when you look at medical research, and healthcare is often a very targeted vector in cybersecurity. They are, hospitals, clinics, the data fetches way more money than credit cards.
Absolutely. The universities also do contracts where they will manage the data, like tissue management.
Right.
All of the tissues that are removed go into a database of it's really interesting, especially the genomic data. I love that stuff. But, when HIPAA got put in place, and that was such a huge expense for each of the institutions, the medical institutions that were taking insurance. That's what it was based on. If you were taking insurance, you had to be HIPAA compliant. So it was very expensive, but it did enable a lot of the cybersecurity things that needed to be put in place that wouldn't have been otherwise.
Do you feel like, to me, HIPAA, a lot of times we say that if you're secure first, then you're obviously always going to be compliant. But if you're compliant, it doesn't always mean you're secure. So do you agree with that, or do you feel like depends on the compliance?
I think that law is way behind technology, and I don't think that's going to change because of the way our government functions. So I think if you're compliant, whether it's regulatory compliance or it's commercial compliance like PCI, it does not mean that you are
secure.
It's kind of like being ISO certified. Does not mean
that you're secure. It just means you're following a standard.
Right.
And I think there's a difference between standards and security.
There's a huge difference between them.
They get confused, though. The water gets murky depending on who you talk to, right?
Oh, yes.
We hear about the different frameworks that are out there, and they're all great, but they're frameworks to help you get secure. They're not really frameworks that make you secure.
And I think you also have to consider that with each of these regulatory compliance requirements, they don't all match up. So you have to do like a metric, a matrix of what do you need for this one versus this one versus this one versus that one. And what you'll find are the gaps. Some are asking for more security than others are, and they're in conflict in some instances. So,
the CyberHub Engage podcast is sponsored by CyberHub Academy. CyberHub Academy are cyber business operation experts, helping any size business operationalize cybersecurity within their organization, whether it be tabletop exercises, security assessments, or building a cybersecurity strategy. For more, go to cyberhubacademy.com.